You heard this one, right? Oh yeah, he's Baby Bush. He's just finishing what Daddy Bush started. Like the war, he wanted to get Saddam Hussein because Saddam Hussein insulted his father. Oh yeah, he's going to put all your kids at life for the sake of, an insult to his father. First of all, every president ever is finishing or continuing the job that former presidents have started. It indicates a continuity and a stability, a consistency and a resolve to the people of the nations of the rest of the world, be they friend or foe. See, in his farewell speech, Bush talked about that you got to hand it to him that he made the tough, difficult decisions, and I agree with him. Because leaders do not simply tell people that they believe simply what the majority of the people believe, based upon your, shall we say, ill-informed and detached perceptions of the world around you. The Declaration of Independence and the Constitution and Bill of Rights, if you word search the word democracy in any of those documents, you will not find it. It does not appear. This is not a democracy. If the leader simply does what the majority of people want him to do, then he's not really leading, is he? You can always spin when you are interviewed on television and in newspapers and stuff what the majority is simply by saying, most people I talk to want this. If a leader constantly seeks to please the so-called majority in order to gain their approval and their votes, then sooner or later he will disappoint most of them also and lose their approval. So the leader must do what he believes to be right, no matter what the people think of him. Regarding Iraq, the general consensus among the Senate, Barack Obama on the campaign trail always saying that the Iraqi government and people are not doing enough to reconciliate amongst themselves, therefore the U.S. military should pack up and go home. The other side of the 8-ball, what many Democrats in power have put forward, which is that if the Iraqis were doing all kinds of reconciliation amongst themselves, everything is cool, our work is done here, therefore the U.S. military should pack up and go home. Whether the Iraqi government is reconciling or whether they are all fighting and it's a civil war, we gotta go home. Bill O'Reilly was an instrument in forging public perception and opinion of the war in Iraq as being a disaster. He was of little or no help to the president's policies, as he constantly said, especially on his radio program, that Iraq was a disaster. You know better than that, Bill O'Reilly. You have the info I, for one, don't get to see. Yet, like most media types, you would not deduce that the president may, in fact, be correct, doing the right thing. We could win. You, Bill O'Reilly, like the rest of the media, would not give Bush the benefit of the doubt. I don't know, maybe it's got something to do with that New York media industrial complex that y'all got over there where, gotta get in line with the same opinions because you think that's where you're going to get your ratings and where people are going to like you and you can get lots of interviews. Notice, Bill O'Reilly, that Obama only appeared on Fox one time. With you, I guess that's why you try to placate to the liberals. You media types are always so vain. You assume that you know better. Your experts know better. Your correspondents in the field know better than George W. Bush knows. They know better than Vice President Dick Cheney. And they knew better than Secretary of Defense Donald Rumsfeld. The media assumed they had better info and intelligence than their leaders. And based upon the info and the intel that you had, media people, you realigned the perception of the war. You raised doubt in the hearts and minds of the American people. You caused them to forget about 9/11, and you chiseled away at the morale of soldiers, caused their will to fight, to wither and die. That's why they call you the media. See, the Democrats want to paint a picture, and you are the paint. You are the pencil. You are the canvas. You are the media for them. Okay, Saddam Hussein was not directly responsible for 9/11. But why doesn't anybody do a story on what would happen if Iraq was never attacked and Saddam Hussein was still in power? Because it would be pro-Bush propaganda. It was up to Bush to promote that message, wasn't it? See how the media gets behind their candidates like Obama and Clinton, make them appear like such great speakers to fully explain what they really meant by what they said, whereas nobody in the media ever has over the past 8 years helped Bush to communicate and convey his message to the American people or the people of the world. Because of the media bias against his message, the media is left-wingers. They always want to make Bush look like a stuttering, bumbling, incompetent fool. Obama stutters and bumbles a lot, and you'll never see that. Hardly ever, unless it is live without a teleprompter. If it is not live or it is live with a teleprompter, you'll definitely see that. But you'll never see a good Bush speech where he answers questions of reporters in press conferences. That's all without teleprompters, when he's just fielding questions, and some of that is the greatest George Bush, brightest George Bush that anybody has ever not seen. Well, it's too late for that now. You got what you wanted, media. You got your National Socialists in office now. You got it. Fascism's coming. Get ready, America. You asked for it. At least they're going to tell you that you asked for it. The majority ruled. We'll see how your majority likes it. Of course, American sentiment tends to influence world sentiment, because most of the world can't do a friggin' thing without the United States to help it or protect it. The world especially needs America to promote justice and prosperity and peace. So the people of the world are demoralized by our demoralization, by the simple fact of American people losing their resolve and morale. The effect is rippled outward across the oceans like a tsunami to the other countries of the world who are not as well off as us, so they see us being the most well off and powerful and freest nation that there is, and we're losing whatever we have, so definitely they're losing what little they had, right? The perception is telegraphed in this manner because the media is considered informed and trustworthy by millions of its viewers, merely because the media tells its viewers that the media are informed and trustworthy. And one reason that they are so trustworthy is because most of them are so damn beautiful that whatever they're saying, they must be a good person. They couldn't possibly be untrustworthy. They wouldn't lie to me. They're too fucking high. Lie to me, baby, lie to me. So you believe that the media's looking out for the folks. Right, Bill O'Reilly? You're just looking out for me, right? As long as I buy a doormat, right? You're all patronizing whores. You all say what they tell you to say because you want to be on TV so damn bad. You don't want to lose your little gig, huh? Do you? That's a sweet gig. I'm getting sick of your beauty myself. New York media elite have not wanted you, Mr. and Mrs. America, to believe for 1 minute that they are on Bush's side because they don't want to look like they're propagandizing. They're never afraid of propagandizing a leftist agenda. They know that most of the people that are leftists don't even know that they're leftists. They're just stupid as hell. The media knows this. And they capitalize on that. And they keep on selling that commercial airtime. Bush is behind the 8 ball, right? The man can't win.